What's up, guys? This is the Chapel Trader, and today I'm just going to be going over some of my entries and doing a little bit of back testing to show you guys what trades I would take, what trades I would not take, and everything in between. So right now we are just going over some price action from April 29th, which was not that long ago. So as you can see, I'm down on the 1 minute time frame, and as you can see, we have a pretty large bullish displacement candle that measures to be about from wick to wick around 116 points. So this is an opportunity for a buy, and normally what I would do is, as you guys know, a top-down analysis. This is, bearish shift or a CSD, and then we're seeing a clear downtrend here. This is still a downtrend, as we are seeing that this high has not superseded this high. It would be a change in the state of delivery, a bullish one, if this high was taken out, but as of right now it is still a bearish trend. Now let's go all the way down to the daily. As we can see, we have a bullish shift right here. And as of right now, we are seeing a lot of bullish confluences. As a result, it makes sense to look for a lot of buy opportunities. So if we go all the way down to the 5 minute, we're seeing a little bit of choppiness on the 5 minute. However, if we look to this point onwards and to the right, we're seeing a high, low, high, low, high, low, and then we're seeing a high being formed right here. So we are seeing a lot of bullish confluences. So normally what I would do is I would draw out this displacement candle right here. And as we can see, we have a 1 minute fair value gap present. 1 minute fair value gap. All right, when you have candles that are this long, these typically hold. And if you look to the left, you are going to see that not a lot of gaps, really any gaps, were present up until this moment. So you definitely should pay attention to these. Now, there are a lot of ways that we can enter on this candle. You can enter it straight off of the gap tap right here. Or if you want to be a little bit safer in the sense that you may not get stopped out, but you may miss your entry, what you could do is just draw out your Gann tool right here and go to the 50% mark, and then you can set your entry right here to occur once price taps into that area. Now that's one way of doing it. What I would normally do is just take it off the gap tap, since that's what I'm most accustomed to doing. But before that, let's identify some draws on liquidity and some potential targets. So as we can see, this point has not been retested. Let us click play. Yeah, so as you can see, it actually did retrace into this fair value gap, and it did not retest this high. It did not take out this high. So normally what I would do is I would just take it right off of this entry into this area. So let's pull up our stop loss to a little bit under the body of that candle. So let's move this over to about right here. So as you can see, we would be in a little bit of drawdown currently, but let us bring our take profit all the way up to that target up there. Now you could also target this high up here, but that would be a little bit more greedy and a little bit risky. My advice to you would be to take this initial high right here as your take profit. So let's see how the rest of this trade plays out. Right. So as you can see, it actually did end up taking this high. So if you had taken this as your take profit, you definitely would have hit TP. That is a nice, basically 3 risk to reward. But since I take more so a higher win rate strategy, I like to take the easy highs and get that easy low-hanging fruit and see some profits in my account. So me personally, I would have taken this high right here, and as you can see, the trade did hit. So this is just one example of a trade I would take. I'm going to try and find another example for you guys in just a moment. Okay, most time frames are looking bullish, so it makes sense to look for buy positions. All right, let us go back to around 10 a.m. because I typically don't take trades until about 10 a.m. Let's see, let's go all the way back here, and then let's go all the way back here to about 10 o'clock. Okay. Alright, so right now we should be identifying any PD arrays that we can take our entries off of. So let us check. We see a large bullish candle right there. 4 hour, okay, still looking rather bullish. Okay. We are seeing a bit of indecision on the daily. It reached lows, which I'm assuming that's what this big down candle is. Let's see what happens. If we go back, we do see a good entry here. We do see a good entry here with, there's this fair value gap that spawns in after 10 a.m. So let's see if it retraces it. Pretty sure it does because we just did the replay. So as you can see, it taps in here. Let me kind of ascertain what my take profits and my stop loss would look like. So let's draw that back. Let's see here. I'll likely take it off the gap tap. Let's draw up the stop loss right under the body of the displacement candle. And then let's draw our TP at that high right there. Let's see what happens. Okay. Let's make that a little bit slimmer. Okay. And as you can see, that did indeed tap into the gap and then displace upwards and hit this previous day high. Yeah, so this is basically some trades I would take. My trading strat is very, very simple. I don't overcomplicate it. And yeah, let's see if we can find one more. All right, so that's Wednesday. Let's go on to Thursday. Okay. Thursday at 10. All right. Let us head back down to the 5 minutes, see what we can take our entries on. It's our bullish. Okay, we have a 4 hour bullish gap right here. That's a wide gap. We can't ignore those. Let's see, we have a 5 minute. What time is it at this point? Let's actually go back to 10. I don't like to take trades until about 10 o'clock. So we can do that for right there. Okay. Let's go on to the 15. All right. And now let's head back down to the 5 and let's just play, see what happens. Okay, so we are seeing a lot of displacement. Let's head back down to the 1 minute and see if we can draw out any PD arrays. Okay, let's see. Okay, this one actually low-key holds. Let's see, this is just one example. Yeah, so that low-key holds. And because of wicks like these, that's why I always put my stop loss right below the body of that displacement candle. So let's say I just took it off of this right here. And I would put my stop like right there. Let's zoom out and see what highs we can take. So there are some highs up here. Let us see. Put it below this displacement candle, and then let's see what kind of highs we got working with. Let's go for that one. We can lock it up like this. Okay. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that basically hits TP almost immediately. And then, yeah, very, very simple. I don't overcomplicate it. This hits TP basically in under 2 minutes, what it looks like. So yeah, these are just a few trades I would take. Again, seems very, very simple. 1.15 risk to reward, nothing crazy. So yeah, if you have any questions, my email will be in the description, as well as my Instagram, and feel free to reach out. Thank you. God bless.